Okay, students, today we are going to start trigonometric identities. Okay, identities means the formulas that are related to trigonometry. Okay, now I am going to tell you one thing, that is the complementary angles of trigonometry are deleted from your syllabus. Okay, so what will happen is you will only have the trigonometric identity. So in this part we only have trigonometric identities. Now we will learn those trigonometric identities very in depth, because these are the most important sums that are coming for trigonometry. So I will take a long time covering these trigonometric identities, because the exercises are also a little bit tough in case of trigonometric identities. The reason being, the identities are a little bit difficult for some persons to understand, or the proofs actually. What type of sum do you get in terms of identities is the proof. Sum that are related with proofs. So you have to prove any sum using many different methods, many different ways. Okay, many different ways. So that's why this chapter is a little bit difficult than the previous counterparts of this. Okay, like the normal standard angles, or rather the ratios. Okay, so this chapter is a little bit hard, so you have to apply a little bit of your mind while doing the sums of this chapter. Okay, so let me start. So first we will write the number one formula, number one identity. The number one identity is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Remember this one. Okay, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This is the main formula. Now two other counterparts can be formed from this formula. That is, suppose you switch sin to this side, you take sin to the side of 1. So what will happen? Cos will remain, cos square theta will remain in the left side. So let's write cos square theta will remain in the left side. That will be equal to 1 remains on the right side. But there, in front of sign, what sign was there? Plus. Now it has gone to that side. It will become minus. So minus sin square theta. So this is one counterpart. Now another counterpart of it is, suppose you have not taken sin square theta on this part. You kept sin square theta, you took cos square theta on this part. So on left side sin square theta will remain. So it will look like this. Sin square theta will remain on the left side. Okay, so since you have taken cos square on that side, now 1 will remain on the right side. Okay, 1 remains on the right side. Now since you have taken cos square on that side, cos square plus over here, on that side it will become minus. So minus cos square theta. Okay, so this is the first formula. And these two are the counterparts of this formula. Okay, don't forget this. These two are the counterparts. So you can apply any one of them to solve your sum. Okay, next come to our next formula. Okay, so formula number 2. Formula number 2 is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1 again. So this is our main formula, as I have said. This is our main formula. Two other counterparts have been derived from this formula. That is, let's say if I switch tan to the side of 1, so I take tan to side of this 1, so sec will remain in this part. So I will write sec square theta on the left hand side. Now I will give equal to, then 1 will remain as it is. Now since what I have taken on the other side, the tan square theta, it is minus. So minus tan square theta, if I take it on that side, it will become plus tan square theta. Clear? So this is one of the counterparts. And another counterpart will be, suppose if I keep tan on this side, if I take 1 on this side. Okay, so look at this one. So I keep tan over here, but I take 1 from right side to left side. So how will it look like? The 1 was plus on right side, it will become minus. So it will look like this. Tan square theta will be equal to sec square theta minus 1. Again another counterpart of this formula. Clear? So this formula also has two counterparts. Clear? Next, come up with the next formula. So the next formula is cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals 1. Okay, cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals 1. Again, this is our main formula, and we can derive two counterparts of it. One counterpart can be taken like minus cos square theta taken on that side, it will become plus cos square theta. So only cosec square theta will remain on left side. So cosec square theta on left side, it will become 1 plus cot square theta. Clear? This will be one counterpart. And another counterpart can be, let's say from this 1 you take from the right side to left side, so it will become minus 1 on the left side, so it will look like cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta minus 1. Okay, another counterpart. So these are the total 3 formulas that we will need in this chapter. Okay, so these are the trigonometric identities that we will need in this chapter, and the knowledge of the previous chapters will also be required. As we will move on with the sum, you can notice that. Okay, so let's do one sum of the exercise. Okay, so notice this sum 5 part 1. Okay, this sum is 5 part 1. Clear? So in this sum it's told cosec square theta minus cot square theta, cosec theta minus cot theta whole square is equal to 1 minus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta. We have to prove this sum. We have to prove left hand side equal to right hand side. So I will take left hand side. You can take right hand side also. I will take left hand side. LHS to prove this. Let's take LHS. Now LHS is this part, cosec theta minus cot theta. Now a whole square. Now this part, what I will do is I will break cosec theta and cot theta in terms of sine and cos. So what is cosec theta? Cosec theta is 1 by sine theta, if you remember from the first exercise, and cot theta is cos theta by sine theta. Okay. Now these things whole square. Now as you see, both have the denominators of sine theta, so we can just take LCM as sine theta. So if I take sine theta as LCM, what will remain? 1 minus cos theta will be on the top. Clear? 1 minus cos theta will be on the top. This whole thing is whole squared. Now what I will do, I will put the square separately over this part and this part. So this will look like 1 minus cos theta whole square by sine square theta. Okay, this will look like this. So I have put separate squares on the numerator and denominator. Now a very interesting thing is sine square theta. This sine square theta is a very interesting thing. Now we know the formula, sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Just a few minutes before I have told this formula. Okay, now one counterpart of this formula I also told you, that suppose if I move the cos square theta to the right hand side, then sine square theta will remain in the left hand side. So it will look like sine square theta is equal to 1, then the cos square theta was plus, so it will become minus cos square theta. Okay, now see over here in this sum, in the denominator what is there? Sine square theta. See, sine square theta is there. So now can I put the value of sine square theta? There is 1 minus cos square theta in this place. Obviously I can put the value. So I will put in place of this sine square theta 1 minus cos square theta. See how will it look like. So in this place of sine square theta, in the next step obviously I will put this. So I will put 1 minus cos theta, okay, whole square by 1 minus cos square theta. I will do it like this. Okay, 1 minus cos square theta. Now notice one thing, this is cos square theta and this is 1. So 1 can be written as 1 square, and cos square theta means cos whole square. Okay, 1 can be written as 1 square and cos square theta means cos theta whole square. So you can notice that the new denominator is in the form of a square minus b square, and in algebra you know this formula is a plus b into a minus b. Okay, this is the formula in algebra, a square minus b square. So we will expand this, we will factorize the denominator like this, a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. So what is a over here? A is our a and b is our cos. So it will look like 1 minus cos theta whole square divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Now a very good thing you can notice, there is also 1 minus cos theta whole square and there is 1 minus cos theta. Now 1 minus cos theta will cut down from the denominator and this 2 will cut from the numerator. Okay, this 2 will cut from the numerator. Now what I will do, I will rub this side, rub the LHS portion, this portion, and I will continue with the sum. So this square has been cut and this from denominator this one single term has been cut. So what is remaining? The remaining is 1 minus cos theta in the numerator by 1 plus cos theta in the denominator. Now notice this one, is this the thing that is required in the RHS? Exactly, it is exactly matching with the RHS. So actually we have got the RHS, so equal to RHS, hence proved. So I hope that every one of you understood this sum, how I approached this sum. This was a very easy sum. Okay, so we are going to do this kind of sums in our next interactive class also. Okay, so it will be much more clear to you, and you have to practice this exercise a lot to master the sums that are inside this exercise. Okay, thank you everyone.